Some men never cry, not because they feel no pain, but because they learned very early that no one should see their pain. But here is a strange question. If you hide your emotions, are you really strong? Or did you simply learn how to slowly wear yourself down in silence? Psychology has an interesting answer, and that answer might completely change how you think about strength. Imagine a boy who learned a very unusual skill growing up, a skill no school ever teaches, yet many boys learn it very early. He learned not to express his emotions, not because he has none, not because he never feels hurt, but because he discovered very early that the world is not always kind to a man's feelings. When he fell, someone said, "Be strong." When his heart broke, he heard, "Men don't cry." When he felt pain, someone said, "Don't be emotional." And so, he became very good at hiding how he feels. But here is something important. In psychology, strength has never meant having no emotions. Real strength means being able to face them. He learned to wear a mask that covers sadness, fear, anger. A mask that whispers, "You must be okay, even when you're not." Every smile carefully measured, every word carefully chosen, every gesture controlled, so no one sees the cracks. But here is the secret. Strength does not come from hiding or controlling. Strength comes from facing what we feel. In emotional psychology, there is a concept called emotional suppression. Suppression means the feeling exists, but it is not allowed to be seen. Like a guest who enters the house, but the host turns off the lights, pretending no one is there. But the human mind is a strange system. When an emotion becomes too intense, the mind sends it somewhere else to protect itself. Some psychologists describe this place as the basement of the mind. The feeling is not solved. It does not disappear. It is simply stored, like boxes we keep sealing and pushing into a dark corner. But basements have a strange rule. They never stay empty forever. Research in psychology shows something fascinating. When a person suppresses emotions, emotional awareness goes down, but physiological activity stays high. What does that mean? It means the mind says, "I'm fine," but the body tells another story. Teeth are clenched. Sleep becomes shallow. The body feels constantly tired, but the reason is unclear. He says, "I'm not upset," yet his body says something else. The emotion did not disappear. It simply became quiet. And silent emotions can sometimes be the heaviest. Now, emotional strength is something very different. Many people think strength means complete control over emotions. But in emotion regulation science, strength begins somewhere else. It begins with recognizing the feeling, naming it, not saying, "I feel bad," but saying something precise. "I feel sad," or "That comment hurt me." This simple act creates a powerful change in the brain. When we name a feeling, the rational parts of the brain activate, and emotional intensity decreases. That is why psychologists often say, name it to tame it. Emotional strength means allowing feelings to arrive. Sadness can come. Tears can come. But your decisions are not controlled by them. Not explosion, not denial, but awareness. Let's imagine a simple moment. Someone says something that deeply hurts you. In suppression, he smiles. Everything looks calm, but inside, something slowly breaks. In emotional strength, he simply says, "That comment hurt me." No attack, no retreat, just honesty. And this is one of the most mature psychological skills a human being can develop. From an existential psychology perspective, emotional suppression is often a flight from vulnerability. People fear that if their emotions are seen, they will look weak. So they build armor. But armor has a problem. It does not only block pain, it also blocks the feeling of being alive. Real strength is more like a backbone than armor. A backbone keeps you standing while allowing your heart to stay open. And perhaps this is the real difference. Suppression says, do not feel so you appear strong. Emotional strength says, feel so you can choose. One is reaction, the other is response. And maybe the strangest part is this. Many things we call being strong are sometimes just polite ways of shutting ourselves down. Emotional strength means being able to feel without losing yourself. Suppression can mean losing yourself, just so no one ever sees your weakness. And the real question is this: are you actually stronger, or did you simply learn to carry your pain alone? Remember, strength is not silence. It is honesty with yourself, with your feelings, and with the world.